But let's talk George Kirby. George Kirby was the Mariners' first round pick, number 20 overall back in 2019. Remember, a year after they took Logan Gilbert at number 14. Kirby's out of Elon, so it was the second straight year the Mariners went with a mid-major pick in round one, and the third year since Jerry Dipoto had arrived. They took Kyle Lewis at number 11 in 2016, year one of the Dipoto regime in Seattle, even though technically Tom McNamara was still the scouting director then. So they get mid-major in 16, they go Evan White in 17, then they go mid-major in 18. And 18 and 19. Obviously, in 2020, they took Emerson Hancock, so no mid-major in round one there, but we don't know what's going to happen in 2021. The Mariners look everywhere. They turn over every stone to find the right talent. So Kirby issued just 6 walks his junior season in college, and in Everett that summer posted a 25 to zip strikeout to walk ratio in 23 innings. But his longest outing, and it was by design, that summer in 2019 after he was drafted, was just 3 innings. He accomplished that feat 6 times. Could he have gone longer? Absolutely. But the Mariners just wanted to get his feet wet, get him a look. He threw mostly fastballs, mixed in the occasional, off-speed pitch, but it was mostly fast. Just get some innings in, get your feet wet, kind of see what it's like so you don't have to start fresh the next season. Kirby obviously spent last season at the alternate training site in Tacoma and is finally getting stretched out into consistent starter innings since the season started in May. In this start in Tri-City, he set career highs with 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, and 90 pitches. Those are professional career highs for George Kirby. And while it didn't take much to get him there, he's been getting closer and closer and closer to this. He got to those 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, and 90 pitches with some impressive command and flashed above average stuff. I had him at 92 to 96 in this one, living mostly 94, 95. He hit 97 once for me and reached back for 95, 96, seemingly whenever he wanted. And the velocity looked fairly easy, and when he reached back, it never really appeared to impact his control or command at all, not with the fastball. He used his slider and changeup regularly, with the slider clearly being the secondary offering he's most comfortable with. But I will say this, even though it was mostly average and there were a few good sliders that I'd grade as plus, it's a projectable pitch to that range and with command. But the most impressive thing to me in this start might have been Kirby's willingness and ability to throw his changeup off his fastball and slider. He threw a firm but consistent 86 to 88 mile an hour change. That was probably the most impressive pitch for me because of how well he spotted it. There's some sink to it, not a lot of fade away from lefties, but he teased the bottom of the zone with it and is adept at combining it with his fastball and slider, 2 pitches you can tunnel generally with the changeup. He threw a 79 to 82 mile an hour curveball as well. Didn't throw a lot of them, threw a couple of them. And while it's his 4th best pitch right now, it's good enough and he locates it well enough to suggest it's a legitimate 4th big league quality offering. Another 4-pitch guy. We've talked about Logan Gilbert being a 4-pitch guy, a legitimate 4-pitch guy. We're seeing that at the big league level right now as he infuses the changeup more in his outings. Emerson Hancock is a 4-pitch guy. Brandon Williamson is a 4-pitch guy, although that may come down to 3 pitches for Williamson, but he's got 4 pitches in his hip pocket. Isaiah Campbell is a guy that came to professional baseball with 4 pitches. And Kirby certainly has that as well. Kirby's delivery has always been really free and easy and simple, but I think maybe I saw a tad bit more effort in his delivery in this start versus when I saw him in 2019. And that's a good thing and may help explain sustaining the velocity uptick. But it's still low to medium effort relative to a lot of starting pitchers. Good sound mechanics, a little quicker transition from break to release led by a slightly more aggressive leg kick and trunk rotation. His arm speed very consistent with his entire arsenal. So the kind of the telepath issue that I talked about with Levi Stout, I did not see that with George Kirby. I did not see the arm slowing down. He did walk a batter in this one. He allowed 2 earned runs, but only gave up solid contact maybe 3 times. threw 58 of 90 pitches for strikes, losing control just a little bit in the final inning.